Hey, Lexi!
Hey Cameron. Hey, where did you go off to without telling me? I've said before that I want you telling me what you're doing when it gets late out.
I'm sorry. On my way home from work, my mom called me asking for me to come over and plan out a vacation with her.
A vacation?
Turns out that I'll be going with my mom to Hawaii for New Year's as a small trip.
Are you serious?
We plan to only be there for a week or so you don't have to get too surprised by this one. At first, it was going to be my mom and dad going to Hawaii together for that week, but now that dad's bedridden from his sickness, she's asked for me to go with her instead.
Wait! Why would you guys still plan to go to Hawaii with everything else going on?
What do you mean? Lots of people go on vacation during the New Year's, right? You think we're just joking?
You guys are still planning to go on that trip that your dad was supposed to go on while he's in the hospital unresponsive because of his condition? At that point, people would normally just cancel the trip and stay home around their family.
But if we were to cancel this whole vacation now, we'd be left having to pay a boatload in cancellation fees to all the hotels and restaurants. So, instead of having to deal with that, I think it's better that I go in Dad's place, and then we won't need to worry about money, right?
But if you've started to think about the condition that your dad is in, you shouldn't have the mindset to go to Hawaii, right?
You think so? I never thought I had to dwell on the thought of my dad being in the hospital that much. My dad won't even know we're gone because he's not even well enough to be awake, and he won't be for a long time, the doctor said. So there's really no point in us being home to go see him if he's not even going to be awake to say anything. I think now's the perfect time that my mom and I go out and do what we want since we don't have to be held down by him.
This isn't about seeing him all the time, but the fact that you should be worried about him more than some trip to Hawaii. If I were you or your mom, I wouldn't care about having to pay a little or canceling and would stay here to be with my dad.
Well, it doesn't matter what you do, because you're not even coming with us.
You both really plan on going still. I have no idea how you have the nerve to do that right now.
Oh, come on, Lexi. This is one of the things that always drives me up the wall with you. How you always act like you're so right about everything.
Uh-huh.
No matter how you try and make me feel bad about my choice, I'm going to Hawaii. Tonight I'll be home to get my things together, and then I'm heading back to my parents' place to stay until the trip. Don't even try stopping me anymore.
Wait.
No!
What the heck, Cameron?
All right, I'm getting on the plane right now.
So you both really are leaving?
It's my job as my mom's son to be here for her when she wants to go out and do something.
That's weird though, considering her husband is in the hospital in really bad shape right now. I wonder what's going on inside her head right now.
You're starting to get on my nerves here, Lexi.
I'm just going to tell you this one last thing then. If your dad does end up waking up during the time that you're both away, I'm going to have to tell him everything that's going on with his wife and his son, okay?
Go right ahead. I know for a fact he's not waking up while we're gone. Well, even if he does wake up, he'll at least have you there to care for him. And make sure you don't wander off, leaving him without any family, all right? So, with that, I'll be back in a week.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens then.
Lexi, Happy New Year!
Wait, David, Happy New Year! How has your body been doing after being asleep for so long?
Well, I'm still working out a lot of the kinks, but I have to say that all the hospital food actually tastes pretty good after not eating for so long, and I'm really looking forward to getting even better.
That's so amazing to hear.
By the way, something tells me that both Cameron and Lucy ended up still going to Hawaii then?
Yeah, Cameron ended up taking your place and going with your wife. They left yesterday.
I see.
I'm sorry that I couldn't stop them. I told them over and over again not to go while you were in the hospital, but they never listened to me. They never even bothered to come see you in the hospital after you were taken in by the ambulance.
That's all right, Lexi. I was the one that told my wife not to push herself to come see me if I ended up slipping into a coma. So she had every right to have gone away for a bit expecting that I wasn't going to wake up. I'm sure she just remembered that I said that, and so she didn't mean any harm by leaving to Hawaii still with Cameron.
Then I suppose that I wasn't going to change their minds after all.
Well, even if I hadn't said that to her, I doubt she would have stayed. I remember after being helped from the car accident by your family and you, that my wife had already been pretty reluctant to come see me because me being so badly hurt and sick would ruin the trip. Of course, a small part of me wanted to tell her to stay by my side as I was in the hospital, but she was very excited for the trip, and so I never had it in me to change her either.
David.
I'm sorry that I've told you all this, but I thought it'd be best that you knew what was going on.
Thank you.
But there is a reason for them wanting to be away on this trip, and I think you should be ready to understand what I mean by that.
I see. Well, for the time being, I will prepare myself for what's next and to help you.
Thank you, Lexi.
Lexi? Tomorrow my mom and I will be coming back, so can you come get us from the airport?
Uh-huh. You want me to come all the way there? Don't you realize that the airport is a couple hours away from our place? Why not just take the bus back to our place from there? Or at least get an Uber or something to go home in?
Well, we have a lot of things with us. You're my wife, so you have to listen to everything my mom and I ask for.
Well, before we continue with this, your dad woke up.
Really?
When I was going to go and see him, he had woken up and started talking to me.
Are you serious about that?
He says that he has enough energy to text you guys, so I'll let him handle this.
He can't really be awake already, right? You're lying, right?
Cam,
Hi, Dad.
did you have a good time in Hawaii? I know that you went there in my place, right?
Right. Well, we went to all sorts of beaches and stayed at a few really nice resorts. Even went out and tried surfing for the first time in my life.
I see. I'm sure it was a great time, leaving your dad who was in a coma behind so that you could go out to Hawaii, huh? You both are coming home tomorrow, I hear? I'd make sure that you enjoy whatever time you have left there before having to come back and see me, okay?
Hey, Dad.
Well, I guess I should get things started then.
What are you going to get started? I'm sure you're just really happy to see us again, right? Maybe there'll be some sort of surprise for us when we get home, right?
Just make sure to let your mom know that she needs to be prepared for what comes next.
Dad? Maybe you're less happy and more mad then? Hey, Lexi, what is this? Why is there a divorce form?
So you've made it back home now? Hope you made it back okay.
But what is going on with this divorce form laying on the counter?
Well, about you, Cameron. You were in Hawaii with another woman, correct?
Why do you say that?
Well, your dad started to look into your mom about her cheating, and lo and behold, you ended up being with another woman as well. And then once your dad found out about that, he told me.
What? So you know about Mom as well then?
That's right, we both do. we both figured that you guys really continued with that trip, not because you didn't want to pay any cancellation fees, but because you both were going to have an affair, correct? I hope you both had fun at least.
No, hold up. If you really think about this, things don't seem to add up, right? Do you really think my dad could have done all of that when he was in a coma for so long?
Well, he told me that he's been looking into your mom for over half a year now. That's before he ever got into that accident, Cameron. And your dad has actually been awake for a month now. Did you know that?
What?
Of course not, because neither you or your mom ever came to see him. When I started going to the hospital to help care for him, he opened his eyes.
What? You hid that from both my mom and I?
Well, when he asked me where the two of you were, I told him that they didn't plan to come see you. And so he told me everything and asked that I keep my mouth shut about it.
Why though?
Well, your dad was a little upset about the fact that neither of you two wanted to be around him when he was in his time of need.
But why would he never tell us that he was at least awake?
Cameron, your dad knows that you aren't actually his son.
What?
I never really knew that you weren't your dad's real son, and David didn't really know either until he started looking deeper into things. But now he knows that the man that your mom went to see in Hawaii is actually your real dad. So really, this whole trip was going to be both your real parents, you, and then that woman you wanted to cheat on me with, correct? I'm not sure why I say that like it didn't end up happening, because you guys did see them and enjoy your time in Hawaii with them.
You know all about that now. Dang it.
I'm sure that your mom will soon be finding the divorce paperwork that I've placed in her living room for her to find.
Huh?
Your dad asked me to help him place it there while he stayed in his hospital bed.
Are you kidding me?
Ah, that's right. David has gone ahead and changed to a new hospital, so if either of you try to come and talk to him, you'll find that you're both too late.
Where did he go to, Lexi?
Well, I'm not sure about where myself.
Why don't you know? Out of all the things that he decided to tell you about, he never mentioned the next hospital he'd be going to?
Well, he realized once you both came back from Hawaii, he wouldn't want anything to do with you guys. The last time I spoke with him was yesterday, and then after that, we decided not to talk to one another anymore. So I haven't heard anything else from him since. And in the case of David, he doesn't know where I am currently either. I think if you want to find anything else about David's whereabouts, perhaps you'll have some luck talking to his lawyer when he starts talking with your mom about all of this.
He even got a lawyer involved in this?
Well, why the heck wouldn't he be, Cameron? As a matter of fact, I'm also going to be getting a lawyer soon. So when that happens, you'll be hearing from them instead of me, okay?
You're getting one as well?
There's some information and a few business cards with those divorce papers you found, right? Those will be the lawyers I plan to get involved with to help me see all this through.
Hey, can we at least talk this over a bit more in person? You've been married for 3 years now, so you have to have the heart to want to talk things through, right?
We've been married for 3 years, yet you choose to cheat on me. What made you think that was an okay thing to do when you should have the heart to talk to me? And also, even though he was never your father and never knew that, he raised you all the way to the point you're at now and learned recently that you aren't his and his wife has been cheating on him all this time. Imagine being in his shoes and having to feel all the emotions he's having now just trying to deal with all of this, especially after an accident that left him in a coma. Honestly, I might have stayed to talk things through with you over cheating on me What really pissed me off was you just leaving your dad in the hospital while he was dealing with all of this to go to Hawaii with your cheating mom. So me leaving you is justified, right?
But, Lexi,
Don't say my name anymore, okay? I've got to get going now.
huh?
Make sure that I get all of the money I asked for in the settlement, okay? Please and thank you.
What? Dad! I still really do think of you as my real father. And what happened with me and going to Hawaii and while I was there,
Perfect timing. I want you to tell this to your mom for me as well. I'm not going to change my mind about the divorce. And as for me and you, Cam, I'm planning on cutting all ties I have to you.
what?
And right now, I'm getting myself a new phone and a new number, so neither you or your mom will ever be able to find me or contact me ever again. Then, once you're never able to talk with me or see me again, you'll have to go through my lawyer, who is looking forward to talking with you both.
But, Dad!
I need to get back to getting my new phone now.
Dad, please!
To start, David had a long talk with his lawyer about how he wanted both his wife and his son to be taken out of his will, as well as for both of them to get nothing from him in the divorce. When this was brought up to both Cameron and Lucy, neither of them wanted to agree to what David was asking and tried begging for him to rethink what he had planned to do to them. Of course, he didn't budge, and so Lucy signed the document first, followed by Cameron doing the same with huge reluctance. And then, instead of taking any settlement from Cameron and Lucy, he only asked that Cameron's real dad pay him. In my case, I went and had a settlement made for both Cameron and the woman that he cheated on me with. Once they had both paid the money that I had asked for, they were left with the realization that I just took $15,000 from the both of them, and that things were going to become much harder. Cameron ended up leaving his job due to all the stress and returned back to his mom and real dad with his new girlfriend, where they all started to live together with very little money to their name. Now, the only person that seems to be working any sort of job is the real father, and he is left with himself and 3 people that he'll have to start trying to care for.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Chloe! So, I was just wondering, are you still not home?
Huh? Good evening, Lila. As you know, me and your brother are on our honeymoon right now. We'll be back in 3 days.
3 days, huh? Got it.
Why? What's that about?
Oh, no real reason in particular. I was just curious, that's all. That's all I wanted you for. Bye!
What the hell was that all about?
Hey, Chloe! I just wanted to check something with you. There are no changes to you guys' plan to come back from your honeymoon the day after tomorrow, right?
Huh? Right. No changes to the plan.
You won't be coming home early or anything like that, right? One of you won't be coming home first, right? There's absolutely nothing out of the ordinary, is that correct?
Nope. As long as we don't have any unforeseen circumstances to deal with, everything will be going ahead as planned.
I see, okay.
Lila, why are you asking me these things? I was confused when you asked me yesterday too, but now it's getting even weirder.
Well, I suppose it's not like you can make it home straight away anyways, so I might as well just come out with it.
Come out with what?
So, here's the thing. Me and my husband are living in yours and my brother's new house.
Excuse me?
In actual fact, we moved in and had all of our things carried here in a moving van 5 days before you left for your honeymoon.
What in God's name are you talking about? Stop joking around, Lila. There are all sorts of reasons that's not possible, not least of them security. Even if I humor you for the sake of argument, having your luggage carried in wouldn't have been possible either.
Wrong! They carried it all in without a hitch, even the furniture. The moving company were great. They clearly knew what they were doing. Your new house now belongs to me and my husband. There's no doubt about it.
What the hell? If you're being serious, the security team have let us down big time. I'll be having words.
The house is probably in my brother's name right now, but when you guys get back from your honeymoon, we'd like to go through the necessary procedures to have it switched over to my husband's. Will you pass the message on to my brother?
What are you talking about? Stop messing me around, Lila. Seriously, this can't be true. There are just too many reasons why what you're saying is impossible. There's no way you're living in our house right now. I just don't believe it.
We most definitely are. We already had all our stuff carried in. Plus, we've already been living here 5 days. We live here, so that means it's ours now. Sorry, Chloe. You snooze, you lose.
Lila, I heard you pulled a similar trick ages ago before I met my husband. Back when you both lived together with your parents?
Huh?
Your dad had to leave home for a while due to work, and the moment he left, you moved into his old room and declared it your lawful possession for eternity. Apparently, you could barely contain your excitement at the thought of him coming back to try and get rid of you. Nothing came of it in the end, because you gave up when he came back and you saw how furious he was, saying it was just a practical joke.
Oh, that? That was so fun! My brother has such a good memory.
My husband's telling me I should ignore this because you're probably just being mischievous like you were when you were a kid. But I've gotta admit, you got under my skin with this one. Listen, Lila, I don't know you as well as your brother, and I don't see the funny side of this. I know you might not be my biggest fan, but even for a practical joke, this is going too far. We're in the middle of our honeymoon for crying out loud, which means I'm sorry, but if you'll excuse me, we're going to enjoy the rest of our time together. I won't be replying to any more of your messages while we're away.
Wow.
I'm sorry to have to be a killjoy and rain on your parade, but what you're doing is unacceptable and I don't see the funny side.
Are you sure that's what you want? If you ignore me, your house is barely going to be recognizable when you get back. Be careful! Me and my husband will have no choice but to enjoy our hobbies to the fullest. Hey, are you ignoring me already? Fine, have it your way. If that's how you're playing this, you leave me with no choice. Such a shame. It's time to make a house a home. Me and my hubby are gonna customize it until it suits our style and tastes perfectly. I hope you're ready for what's coming. Oh! First up, in a move so bold it would shock an African queen, we painted a huge heart on the outside wall. The wall is white, so the bright red heart really stands out. It's so bold you could see it from a mile off. I think it really makes a statement about who I am. I drew more hearts and stars all over the walls inside the house. I just drew them totally at random as the mood took me. There's actually something so artistic about how all of this is turning out. I should be nominated for a culture award. Who would have thought I was such a talented artist? I found my true calling after all this time. Don't worry though, it's not just pictures. I painted my whole room with a pink and black color scheme, and you wouldn't believe how well they complement each other. My husband decided he wanted a life of luxury, so he's dedicating 2 rooms to his beloved plastic model painting hobby. He's getting them set up as we speak. Thanks for buying us such a good house, Chloe. Thanks for giving it to us as well. We're super grateful. I'm having so much fun. I feel like a little girl again.
Lila, we just got home.
Hey, make sure you don't go entering without permission. This is our house now, you know. I know it might feel strange to you, but you have to respect our boundaries.
But we're already sat in the living room enjoying a cup of coffee.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? Me and my husband are in the living room drinking beer and watching TV. What a weird thing to make up. Where are you really?
Were you serious about moving into our house? Because I'm starting to think it was all just one big made-up prank. I did think there was some oddly specific stuff in the messages you were sending me, so I asked your mother just in case. And lo and behold, she confirmed you and your husband had been living in a house in the neighborhood until recently. But you moved out, and she didn't know where to, so I thought it might be true.
That's right. Duh, because it is true. Oh dear, you didn't think I was just making it up, did you? As if you'd think I'd really do something like that. This beautiful detached house with a yard belongs to us now. This is what you get for letting your guard down on your honeymoon. It's hardly fair that you and my brother are the only ones who get nice things.
I don't mean it like that. It does seem to be true that you moved into someone's house uninvited, just not ours. If we're being specific, our new house isn't actually a house at all. It's an apartment in a high-risk tower block.
Huh?
Not just that, but they have tighter security than Guantanamo Bay. There's a passcode system and security guards to ensure that only actual residents can enter. There's also a receptionist at the front desk. Me and my husband told the receptionist we'd be leaving for a little while before we went away on our honeymoon, so they'd never let anyone else into our apartment. You wouldn't have gotten in just the two of you, let alone had all of your things carried inside by a removal company. If the security guards didn't pick up on it, the cameras would have.
Uh-huh.
We phoned reception to put our minds at rest after your weird messages, and just as we thought, there's nothing out of the ordinary going on with our apartment. Whose house did you guys break into?
Wait a sec. So, let me get this straight. Your new house isn't really a house at all, but an apartment in a high-rise tower block?
Yes, exactly like I just said. How the hell did you get into a whoever's house you're in right now? Did you have a key?
I found a key I didn't recognize in Mom's key case when I was over at her place. She was cooking for us in the kitchen, so I thought I may as well have a look through her things. It had the same address I overheard Mom mention on the phone a little while ago engraved into it. Given the timing, I didn't see what it could be other than the key to your new place. So I did what anyone would do and slipped it into my pocket while Mom wasn't looking.
No way! Is it the detached house on the house seating estate 10 minutes walk away from the southern ticket gate at the Apple station? By any chance?
Yes, actually it is. You know what?
Whoa! You've really gone and done it this time.
What do you mean? Gone and done what?
That's the house that your Aunt Kimmy is supposed to be moving into soon.
My Aunt Kimmy? No way! But she's abroad for work right now. How can that be? You're lying.
She's coming back soon because her company retransferred her to a branch in the States, and she bought that house as soon as she heard the news. All procedures regarding the sale and handover are complete, and it's already in her name. She's currently living in a temporary apartment in New York while working at the company branch there to finalize the handover of all the projects she was in charge of abroad. That's why she left the key with her sister, your mom. The plan was to put the finishing touches on her work stuff and then move into her new house and start a new life over here in earnest.
Oh my god.
That conversation you just mentioned overhearing on the phone, I'm guessing that was your mom speaking to your Aunt Kimmy about everything I just told you.
Seriously?
There should have been a mountain of cardboard boxes stacked up in the first room after you enter through the front door. Are they still there? That's all of your Aunt Kimmy's stuff.
Well, we might have sold some of it.
You sold your Aunt Kimmy's stuff?
We found some expensive-looking brand clothing when we were looking through them, and we just did what we thought made the most sense.
What the hell are you playing at, Lila?
What was I supposed to do? I thought it was all yours. Come on, see my side of things. How was it fair for my brother's new wife to have nicer things than me? Anyone would have done the same thing in my situation.
I'm not sure about that, you know. Anyway, you don't have much time. You need to get on the phone to whichever stores you sold your Aunt Kimmy's things to and see if there's any way you can get them back. Hopefully they haven't been sold already. There's a chance you might have to buy them back at a higher price, but it can't be helped. Go, go, go!
What? Buy them back? Oh, it's no good. They sold the last item to someone 10 minutes before I called.
I see. My husband's currently explaining to your Aunt Kimmy what she did over the phone.
Oh my god, what? You told on me? You rat, how could you betray me like this?
Obviously, I told her. You think she doesn't have the right to know about a pair of lunatics breaking into her house and selling her things? I had no choice. Anyway, she wasn't happy. My husband had to keep reminding her he was only the messenger. She says your options are either to pay her one lump sum in compensation or to find exact replacements of every single item you sold and see to it she gets everything back as it was before you interfered.
What?
She says she's going to the house tomorrow to check on the situation. She says you're to stay there until she's seen you both and are absolutely not leaving under any circumstances.
Are you joking? Like hell I'm gonna sit waiting around here for my Aunt Kimmy to come and let me have it. You might not know this, but my Aunt Kimmy is super scary when she gets mad. My whole family walk on eggshells around her because no one wants to get on her bad side.
We had a feeling you might say that, so your mom and dad should be arriving anytime now. They'll be making sure you won't go anywhere. You're now officially under house arrest.
What?
Apparently, your husband's parents are on their way too.
Wow, this so cannot be happening. You have to be joking me.
You're making a big mistake if you think you can worm your way out of this one. It's time to face the music, Lila.
You've left me with no choice. Switch to defensive tactics. I'll lock every door in the house and hole myself up in here till they all get bored and give up.
Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. I forgot to mention, your mom has a spare front door key.
What? No! Why?
Impressive, you're still messaging me?
Why didn't you tell me before it came to this? I never would have done all this if I'd known it was my aunt's house. All you had to do was tell me.
Moving into someone's house without their permission while they're away isn't exactly something normal people do, is it? How exactly was I supposed to know where you were? Seems like you forgot all about the announcement that your Aunt Kimmy's stay in Sweden would be coming to a close. Maybe if you'd have remembered, you could have put 2 and 2 together.
No, I didn't forget. I just didn't think she was coming back that soon. Besides, I didn't know anything about her new house.
I see. Still, ignorance is just no justification for the way you've behaved.
Chloe, please.
My husband just messaged your mom explaining how instead of facing responsibility for what you did, you're hiding from them while complaining to me over text.
Hey, wait! Stop it! I found such a good hiding place! Ugh!
It's time to face the music, Lila. Lila's mom asked me if I could buy them some time by keeping her busy while they figure out where she was hiding. I happily obliged and kept her talking to me until the in-laws arrived at occupied Aunt Kimmy's house, after which point they quickly tracked her down and captured her. The next day, a furious Aunt Kimmy arrived accompanied by her lawyer. After an extremely long and tiring discussion, Aunt Kimmy agreed to settle for $75,000 in compensation from the shamed couple for their actions. Of course, that included the cost of the items they sold, but it also covered the cost of repairing the house, which had been left in an abysmal state after being subjected to Lila and her husband's artistic endeavors. Finally, it included a sum to make up or the emotional distress the whole episode has caused. The moment Lila heard the figure, she let out a shrieking scream so piercing it could be said to be heard from outside of the solar system. After that, both her and her husband had no choice but to start working several jobs each. Now, under the strict supervision of her Aunt Kimmy, they led a miserable, soul-crushing existence of being worked to exhaustion on a daily basis to pay off their exorbitant debts.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Excuse me, are you there, Hazel? There's a car parked in our garage that we didn't put there. It's yours, isn't it? Why is your car in our garage?
Oh, that's right. I did mean to tell you. Sorry. It's just that I'll be borrowing your garage for a little while. But please, don't pay it any mind. I knocked on your door to let you know, but you were out. So I decided to leave it there anyway. Thanks a bunch.
I go out to the company for 5 minutes, and this is what happens? Why did you put your car in our garage? Isn't there a car park right next to your house that you can use?
I'm seeing a client at my house right now, so that space is taken. He couldn't get into the car park, so I had to move our car so he had some space. That's why I'm borrowing your car garage for a little while. Be a darling and let me use it until tomorrow, okay?
You're borrowing our garage? This is a little difficult for us, you know, Hazel. You can't just go letting yourself onto our property without permission, with your car in the garage. We can't get our own car in there. Would you please hurry up and get it out?
Sorry, sweetie. I can't move it right away. I hope you can forgive me. Don't worry, though. I'll move it tomorrow morning, though, so chill.
What? Tomorrow? That puts us in a seriously difficult spot. Me and my husband are going out soon and won't be back for the morning.
Oh, you are? Well, this is just perfect then. Just park your car wherever you end up staying. You probably have lots of money to spare since you don't have any kids. So be a darling and kill some time until the morning, won't you, sweetie? I'll move it before you get back. You won't even notice it was there. No, that won't work. We need you to move it right now. We have plans of our own too, you know, and you're messing them up. The weather report said it's gonna rain tonight. Are you saying we should leave our car outside, exposed to the elements? What's the problem? It's already a heap of junk anyway. A little rain is hardly gonna do anything after all of that thing's been through. Anyways, don't you think keeping a heap of junk like that in a nice garage with electric shutters is overdoing it a bit? Our car was not only more expensive than yours, but it's much prettier. It's a far more suitable candidate to be in there. You should be grateful we're finally putting your garage to good use. Stop messing around, Hazel. Get over here and move it now. It's in the way. You can harp on at me until you're blue in the face, but if I can't move it, I can't move it. And it's as simple as that. Like I said, I'll get it out tomorrow morning. You and your husband might be childless, but we do have kids to think about. So you should be grateful for the chance to help out a neighbor in a pinch. What the hell does whether or not we have kids have to do with anything? Ugh, that's it. I've had enough. I don't have time for this anymore. Me and my husband are going out now. The house is going to be empty, so we're locking all the doors. We also have to lock the garage shutters for security reasons. Which means you're not going to have access to your car until we get back. Do you understand? Is that all right with you? Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. If anything, it's better this way. No one can vandalize it while it's safely locked away in your garage. My mind is at ease. Well, fine. You said it, Hazel. I'm taking this as your official position on the matter, so don't come complaining to me later on. Whatever happens, me or my husband won't be getting involved. Juliet, are you there? How long do you plan on being away from the house? It's dinner time already. Would you hurry up and open these shutters? What do you want? I was asleep. Not what do you want? My car! Give me back my car! C-A-R! Oh, your car? What's a C-A-R? I don't think I've ever heard of those before. Don't screw around with me, Juliet! Give my car back. I told you I'd be coming to collect it this morning. Hurry up and open the garage. That's impossible. We just arrived at our destination. So you'll have to give up on your car until we come home. How long are you going to be gone for? You said you'd both be coming back this morning, didn't you? Who said we'd be back this morning? I don't remember saying anything like that at all. Me and my husband won't be coming home for a little while. We're staying in Japan for 3 months, starting today. Huh? Me and my husband are in Japan right now. We're on a business trip. You know how me and my husband work at the same company? Well, you see, our boss asked us if we'd like to do this one as a couple. We'll only be on work business for the first 2 months, though. They said we can vacation on the company's dime for the last month, an offer we intend to take full advantage of. Basically, we're on a sightseeing trip. So I'm terribly sorry, but we won't be coming home for 3 months. Huh? Wait, what? 3 months in Japan? You have to be joking me! I'm very happy to admit that I'm 100% serious. Sorry. Good luck without your car. Look on the bright side. You'll get heaps of exercise. I guess one bonus of the flexible schedule that comes along with being childless is being recruited for exciting overseas business trips. No! You can't do this! I need that car! How dare you leave for so long? What do you plan on doing about our car? It's gonna be locked away in your garage gathering rust for a whole 3 months at this rate. You can harp on at me until you're blue in the face, but if I can't move it, I can't move it. And it's as simple as that. I mean, I'm not even in America anymore, you know? I brought the key for the house and the garage with me, you know? Which is why the situation with your car is a little difficult. No, wait, not difficult. Impossible. Oh, if only I had psychic powers, I could open those shutters for you in an instant. Stop it, Juliet! Is this all one big joke to you? Come back and open the garage, now! If you don't, I'll break the shutters. Is that all right with you? I mean it. Do you know how much electric garage shutters cost? We're talking at least $2,500 at the minimum. I hope you're aware that you'll be paying for anything you break. Oh, and by the way, we have a contract with a private security firm, which means that if you trigger the motion sensors on our cameras or break anything, the security guards will be there in minutes. The police will most likely come too. Well, I'm going to report you to the police for stealing my car. I see absolutely no problem with breaking the shutters to retrieve my stolen car. I can't see why I should have to pay a fine for that. The way you think is a little disturbing, Hazel. Do you have a criminal record by any chance? Do you, by any chance, fantasize about baseball bats with nails in them? Even if you did report me to the police, you wouldn't be allowed to enter my property to retrieve your car without my permission. If there's even so much as a scratch on those shutters when we get back, you'll be paying in full. I saved all of the chat logs from yesterday. The police will take one look at them and understand immediately that you parked in our garage without permission. I made it clear that I closed and locked the shutters before we left in my messages. If you call the police, you'd only be shooting yourself in the foot. Well, what on earth am I supposed to do then? If I don't get my car back to its usual spot before the end of the day, I'll be in big trouble. Hazel, I'm fairly certain I already explained the situation to you several times. Would you like me to tell you again? You won't be able to get your car back until we get home. Who was it who said, yes, okay, no problem? Just give it up already. Ugh, this can't be happening. Please, I really will be in trouble. Please, just send me the key. Cash on delivery is fine, I'll pay. Just send me the key in the mail. You've got to be kidding. There's no way I could do something so careless. Anyway, me and my husband will be back in 3 months. Your car's battery will probably be empty by then. But please understand that it's completely your fault for leaving it in our garage without permission. I have work today, so I'm heading off to bed soon. It's the middle of the night here, you know. No, wait! I said wait! Please! You have to get me that key somehow. This is really bad. You have no idea. My husband will find out about everything if I don't get the car back. I have no idea what that means, but I'm tired. I'm turning off notifications from you because I want to enjoy this trip in Japan to the fullest. Good night. Hey, Hazel. Thanks for waiting. We'll be arriving back in America tomorrow. Our vacation in Japan was so much fun. Oh, I feel so refreshed. We bought tons of souvenirs, too. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I'll open the garage for you as soon as we get back. After all this time? Ugh, it's too late now. Too late. And it's all your fault. I'm taking you to court. You're doing what? Wait a second. You're not actually getting angry at me, are you? Obviously, because it's all your fault. Ugh, my husband found out about my affair because of you. He divorced me and kicked me out of the house. Oh, it looks like he's going to win custody of the kids. And I'm even going to have to pay compensation. What? Your affair? You were having an affair? Seriously? Wait a second. No way. Was it that client you mentioned on the day we left? My car was missing because you wouldn't give it back, which made my husband suspicious. He started doubting some other things when I told him I couldn't explain why it was gone. Eventually, he put two and two together and found out. Because of you! Oh, you're the worst. I hate you. This is all your fault. There will be consequences, Juliet. Consequences! Come on, Hazel. No matter which way you look at it, surely the only one who's in the wrong here is you. I haven't done anything wrong at all. You're the one who took it upon yourself to borrow our garage without asking on the day we left for Japan. No, it's your fault for leaving your garage empty first thing in the morning. It's your fault for planning a trip to Japan without telling me first. It's your fault for locking up your house so I couldn't get it back. That's why this happened. And the only one to blame here is you. I'm absolutely taking you to court. You'll be paying the compensation that my husband is demanding from me. I hope you're ready for what's coming. Do you think there's even a single judge on the planet who'd give a claim that ridiculous the time of day? You'd be laughed out of the courthouse. If you want to discuss this in legal terms, I'm actually the victim of unlawful entry because you illegally entered my home. Shall we take it to court and see what happens? I'm kind of curious to see the judge's face when he hears how absurd your claim is. I'm pretty sure you're the one who's going to end up in mountains of legal fee debt. Ugh, I've had it with you. Just you wait. I hate you. Ugh, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this. It seems like your luck ran out the moment you left your car in our garage without permission, huh? Divorce, compensation, losing custody of your kids. Things aren't looking so great for you right now, huh, Hazel? And that's the mother of all parking fees. When me and my husband arrived home the next day, Hazel's husband turned up to collect his car and offered his sincerest apologies. He seemed deeply embarrassed and very kindly offered us some money for the trouble his wife had caused us. We politely refused because he did nothing wrong. I mean, I did make my fair share of inflammatory comments to get a rise out of her, and I deliberately didn't tell her we were going away on business to Japan. And so, with the battery completely drained, Hazel's car was towed away by a recovery vehicle. Later on, the divorce was finalized, and the two of them hashed it out in court. Hazel was forced to pay her ex-husband about $20,000 in compensation. Plus, she lost custody of the kids. Finally, she was exiled back to her parents' house. By the way, as for what happened to our so-called heap of junk car, the original plan was to leave it in our garage while we were away for our business trip to Japan. My car fanatic brother-in-law had agreed to stop by once a week to conduct checks on the gas tank and battery and make sure it remained in good working order while we were away. However, the unpermitted parking incident threw a huge spanner into the works. Thankfully, my brother-in-law rushed over as soon as he heard about it and kindly looked after it at his own house. Being the car fanatic he is, we got back to find out it had been thoroughly cleaned and even some of the older parts had been replaced. Both the interior and exterior had been scrubbed and polished to a sparkle, and it looked as good as new. Now, me and my husband are thinking about going on holiday somewhere with the States in our lovely, shiny car.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.